Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Welcome back to Clash of Chicken. I am your host, The Chicken. Today we're going to take a look at the initial gameplay for Clash Heroes. Now, we have not had much of anything come out about this game, but still want you guys to know that this is going to be the channel where I'm going to break the news to you first when we do get something about Clash Heroes that, is more substantial than a gameplay trailer from 3 years ago. Now, we're in 2024 now, so this game was announced in 2021. And we've essentially heard nothing on it since. Supercell has released a ton of other games. They've all been in beta or they've all been killed. And I thought it'd be interesting today to go back and look at why this game was so interesting, why it was so exciting, and why I can't wait to see more on it.
Clash Heroes.
Just this intro shot here, like there's so much going on. And it's such a cool looking world for something that's somewhat unpolished. And I really like it because just the fact that it's like a familiar kind of universe, it really gives you that feeling of being able to explore kind of like an old game like Clash of Clans. This area specifically looks like the builder base kind of. But just being able to explore Clash of Clans, like a game that I played back when it first came out in, 2011 or 2012, and to experience that from a new perspective is super cool, and it's very exciting. And yeah, so I'd love, like, right out of the opening, like I'm already hooked. This next world too is really cool because it looks like it's kind of a boss world. I'm not really sure what it specifically reminds me of. Maybe the builder base, like at nighttime, kind of vibe. It actually reminds me of like that first world you go to in Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, where you're in that kind of boss stage where Link's trying to save Ari. I think her name is the bird chick, from that dungeon or whatever. It just looks cool. It looks like a cool new place to explore, and it's still very obviously in the Clash universe. But more importantly, on this one, we get to really start to see some of the gameplay mechanics where we've got, similar to Brawl Stars, we've got an attack button, a base attack button, special button. It looks like a special button, and then the movement looks somewhat the same as well. So obviously this is very early, or this was very early gameplay footage, so nothing is set in stone. We don't even know, we don't know anything about this game really, but it's cool. We see that there's a character swap. We're now the archer. So when we initially started, I believe we were a barbarian. So it looks like we're going to be able to play as a bunch of different characters, all the mainstays at least in the Clash world. So this is super cool because we're kind of going back almost to the first land, it looks like, but now we're seeing a lot more stuff. We got our first boss battle with the Goblin Giant, which looked super cool. I don't even know what to compare this to really, but if we look at the amount of damage that was done to him, let's see. So he got in a swing or two there, and that health bar did not even budge. So it's kind of cool. It gives like some Dark Souls vibes a little bit. Not really, because it's a mobile game with two buttons, but just the fact that it might be difficult to take down these bosses is really cool. Maybe showcases that the game's not going to be super easy. Maybe showcases that the game is not going to be, just pick up and play and, it's relaxing and you walk through, which is fine. I love those games too, but just to show that there might be a little bit more depth here. A little bit more depth. You might not be able to kill the Goblin Giant right away. You might have to go get a different ability or a different troop or a different item or something like that. Just makes it even that much more interesting. That last screen was interesting because it just looks like chaos. Like we've got golems, we've got spear goblins everywhere, we've got people attacking from all over. We see players named Gavin, Nan, and Oscar which lets me think that it's going to be, a multiplayer game. So you can play with your friends. You can maybe play with clanmates. If there is going to be a clan in clan style of setup in Clash Heroes, where you can, take on these worlds together with other people or play it solo. I think that's really cool. But the biggest thing about this area was just that we get to see all these troops, which is really interesting to see that from a different perspective. The last scene was interesting because that's our first. I believe that's our first like strictly Clash Royale kind of the Goblin Hut that we've seen in Clash Heroes. Just more chaos again as the balloon guy even comes in to start throwing bombs. And also the music looks amazing. So yeah, that's kind of my breakdown of the first gameplay trailer that we have seen for Clash Heroes, guys. If you want to stay up to date on everything that is this game, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully we get some big news soon.